What up YouTube, this is your president, the Presidential Tourist, back with another video. Today's September 14th. Give an update in the Moat. Now, when I originally asked back in early July, they're supposed to be done with this by the end of July, but it looks like it's taken longer than they anticipated. You do see some changes though, like that over there. Now you can tell that's recent brickwork, that's all new. So they're repairing part of the sides. Obviously being in water and everything's going to deteriorate. You can tell that's new brick right there. It looks like they redid this wall, so definitely some of them has deteriorated over time. But any of that water's in there is probably just from rainwater as they drained it. Here's some of the construction sand they're using. Here's a little information about what they're doing, not too much. Gonna walk around, see what we can see for changes. Yeah, you can tell that wasn't there before, I don't remember that, so they're putting some new ones. It's probably used to drain, maybe clean the water, I don't know. They don't want the fish to go in there, they just want just the water to go in there, I'm assuming. So it's taken definitely longer than they anticipated, which is not a surprise. Stuff like this, there's always things that happens. And you gotta remember, Bok Tower is not exactly a new place. So there's going to be more things you got to fix in historical nature. You got to be more delicately careful. I really thought it would have been done by now. But when I drove in, I saw some signs saying that it was still drained. So that's why I had a feeling when I was going to get up here that it wasn't going to be done. Yeah, last time I was here, this wasn't here. I think they used this spot was when they had like a little tractor in there at one time. So I think this is where they were using this area to get the tractor down into. Now if I remember right, they're supposed to be doing some work inside, but obviously you're not going to be able to see that from out here. So I can only really show you just the moat part. And these look awfully clean too, so I wonder if they replaced these or cleaned them as well. Some of them look pretty clean. Don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised they had to reset some of them. You know, stone's going to deteriorate, it's going to crack, wear down. Here's some of the new bricks they use for the brickwork. Like there's one of those roundish things. I'm not sure. It probably has to do something with the drainage system or whatever. You can tell that one's broken, so they're probably going to eventually repair that too. Now I'm sure there's probably more here that if I knew what was going on, if I knew about this stuff, I could point out what they're doing, because to my eye you would think they're practically done, but I'm sure there's more to it than what I can see. I'm not a construction worker or a preservationist, so just a common man with a camera showing you the world. They fixed this road that had some deeper tracks in from like trucks they were bringing in here. And I don't see any of the marks in the grass from the pipes that they were using to drain the moat. There's more bricks, lots of those around. No smell from the water. When they first drained this area stunk. That's because all the decayed plant matter in the water. It literally smelled like a corpse. And that's just going to happen with that stuff. They must do this more earlier because I've never really been here, and I usually get here later. That's why I've not really seen them working on it. I don't know if I'm going to take as many pictures or if I'm going to take any pictures at all because, I mean, pretty much you see what's there. It's a moat that they drained. The last couple times I filmed this, I took a whole bunch of pictures, put it in with some music. I don't know if I'll do that. I don't think it really needs it because you're pretty much seeing what's in this video. I don't even know there's really a great interest in this stuff. But I know there's some interest. I like document it for history's sake, for posterity, and showing, you know, news and what's going on here. I do like coming here. I'd love to be able to walk down there because it's always really cool to go places you normally can't go. Unless I'm told I can do it, I'm not going to. I suppose it really doesn't matter. There's a little lizard right there in that rock. I do hear some sound of water in there, so I wonder if they're having something run with regard to this. Sounds like it's coming from over there. See, there's one of the more older ones of that round thing. Looks like they're building a new one right there. You can see. I'll probably reset these stones here, I bet. They say it's a lot more harder building on top of sand because it moves, and Florida is generally all sand. There's the famous golden door, even though it's made out of brass. That's where Edward Bok is buried right there. If you had been watching my channels or my videos, you probably would have seen me put some videos about that. And I'm going to take you around, do this all in one video. Take you to the front. Hopefully this will be done soon. Yeah, I might not take all these pictures like I used to because you can generally see what's going on. I don't want to overly make this video really long. I mean, basically it's just showing you the empty moat, giving you an update. Like I said, today's September 14th. The last update I did, I think, was the end of July. So there's definitely been progress. It's just not done like I originally was told, but maybe the person that told me was wrong, or maybe there's just some setbacks, because sometimes things like this, and when you're dealing with someplace historical like Bok, you can't just rush through things. You have to, you know, there's history and preservation things you got to worry about, so you got to make sure it's done right. But okay, this is it. I don't think I'm going to take any pictures this time. If you want pictures like I did before with like a little slideshow of music, let me know. Maybe when I come back to do another update video. I'm not sure when it's going to be. I'll try to come back here in another couple weeks and show it to you. But any comments, questions, let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody. Bye. There's the famous singing tower. It's always beautiful here. Yeah. Alright, cool. Bye, everyone.